Hey, this is Monique. Thanks for joining me. This time on one more project, we're going to do an easy little Cricut project so you can see what a Cricut machine can do. And we're going to cut in on one of my staff meetings so you can meet the rest of my team. Okay, thanks for joining me. It looks like everybody's here, so we can get started now. First off, I want to introduce Bongo to the team. I'm sure she's going to be a great asset to the team. You can see she's going to bring a lot of energy. She was having some trouble with her mouse, but apparently she is getting that issue taken care of. Jeff, you had some things about your project that we needed to talk about to help smooth things over. So I think we should push back your deadline just a little so that we have time to make everything nice and soft and smooth. Cookie dough. As you can see, I could probably use a better staff, but hey, I'm working with what I've got. So this is Cricut Design Space, the computer software that tells the Cricut what it is you want it to cut out. I got this round monogram from defont.com for free, and it has a right, a middle, and a left side, so you have that to plan out in advance. Now I want to make a circle that is the negative space. The monogram is cut out and the circle is what there is that's left. So I'm joining them together. First, I'm going to change it so that the monogram itself has no color. If you make it another color, then it wants to cut that out on another sheet of your vinyl, and that's not what we're going for. So make it a neutral color. Then I'm going to adjust it so that they're all attached. That makes the machine understand you want them cut out the way they are, not as separate pieces. Then I'm going to adjust it to the size I need. I only have about a square inch. Then I'm going to make it. Continue. Best part. Watch this. We just love this at my house. I have to tell my kids to leave it alone. Leave it. Walk away. They love to come in and open that and watch it do it. All right. So once it's open, push the power button. Turn it on. Back to the computer. Pick the material you're using. For this, we're using the vinyl. And then continue. Get your material. In this case, our vinyl. Get it ready by placing it on one of the mats. Now these mats are sticky and you want them to stay that way, so always cover them back up. Catch it under those two little tabs at the right and the left and feed it in. That in-out light was blinking, so now the Cricut light's blinking. So it pulls it in and does a bunch of stuff. I don't really know what it's doing at this point, checking some things, I am sure. And then it cuts it. Think like a spirograph. No, not a spirograph. An Etch-a-Sketch. It's like an Etch-a-Sketch. It has two different directions it can go at the same time and make your shapes. Could you see that? I bet you couldn't see that. Then the machine says it's finished, and then you can go and pick finish on your computer and you're done with that. Now take the vinyl off of your mat. Like I said, put your mat away. Keep it covered up so that you don't get a bunch of lint and stuff and lose the stickiness of it. And I'm just going to cut off the one little bit that I need and put the rest of my vinyl aside for now. I don't want to mess up all of that. I just need this one little piece. This is weeding. Weeding is just like weeding in your garden. You're getting rid of the things you don't want. You're going to pull off the pieces that are not what you want to use for your finished design. So I got rid of the outside of the circle, and I'm going to take out the monogram. Remember, I want it to be a negative monogram because this little thing I'm putting it on is going to go in my pocket sometimes, and I wanted to have less little pieces that could get knocked off. So I have one bigger piece instead of three separate little pieces. Anyway, so weed that until you have what you want. Now be sure and prep your surface. You don't want to put it on there just for it to come off because it had dirt or something on it. So this is plastic, so I cleaned it with a little bit of isopropyl alcohol. And now I'm going to transfer it. This is transfer tape. You're going to love transfer tape. But you're going to need to keep your fingernails. If you cut your fingernails off super short or bite them or whatever, it's going to be a pain. All right, so stick it on there, rub it just a little. You don't have to go crazy on it, but you wanted it enough so that it comes off with the transfer tape. Now the transfer tape lets you hold everything steady and still so that you can put it on your project. Once it's on there, burnish it down. Burnish is a fancy word for rub it really hard until it's stuck down good. Then remove your transfer tape, and ta-da! Beautiful. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned a little bit about what a Cricut can do. I have two things to remind you of this time. One, if you are the only one on your team who is not a cat, you don't really have a team. But two, The Lord's love reaches to the heaven, His faithfulness to the sky. His righteousness is like the mighty mountains, and His justice like the great deep. See you next time.